What's going on, my creative collective? Welcome to your timeless creative energy reading, Libra. This is for you. So, about a week ago, I was out, well, more than that now, but I was out kayaking and I was meditating on the energy for the collective and then for you, Libra. And for you, I was watching the algae float, these algae blooms floating on the stagnant areas of the river. And one of the things was just the ways that they were marking the surface of the water, and it reminded you of kind of where you were, and it sort of punctuated this otherwise like softly rippling reflection kind of outside looking in. So it almost became like, now I think of it became like a wayfinding tool, which is interesting because the algae is like, it's not that the algae is a thing unto itself, it's the toxins that it can carry and the way that can turn the algae into something more toxic, right? Of course, blue green algae is unto itself toxic, but it's I was doing some deep dive on it because I was trying to figure out what kind of algae it was, but and it was non-toxic, so no worries there. But it was just this idea of like your thoughts and the things, the ways that these sort of like negative beliefs about ourselves, 111 on the time, can get stuck in the algae blooms. Like they can get stuck in these mental algae blooms that we have, and the way that would, it can become like this wayfinding. But what if, what if, and it can be peaceful, but it's like, what if there was another way to remind you of where you were other than that, right? So let's dive in here and see what we've got. So like, just the multiple ways of seeing where you are, where you were, where you've been, like all of the wayfinding tools and mechanisms that we have. So I would, so let me start. Spirit, I would like to invite the angels, my guardian angels, my spirit guides, protectors, teachers, and their healing energy to this space. And I ask that it is a protected, safe, and brave space that allows for the fullest expression of our light, humanity, ascension, and healing. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so we have mystery and dark matter. Interesting. Mystery and dark matter. I'm going to pull one more. Connection and the biome. I'm almost getting this way that like there's this transformation that's been taking place. Oh my gosh, this is so weird. Okay, let me do this to get a little more light in here. I'm part of this group on social media it looks at like bugs and stuff like that, and it's a really cool group of people. But it also like somebody talked about, they posted a picture of this is going to sound so disgusting. It was a coyote or a wolf that had been decomposing, and all of these butterflies were landing on it, talking about how they eat the flesh of things that are, dead. They won't, it's not something that they do of things that are alive. They are known to consume that, to, become carnivorous if there are not enough plants around that they can take nectar from. And I almost feel like this is like an old self that's being transformed. This is such a weird, weird visual, but it's like these old parts of you, these old stories that the butterflies are taking off of you while you're still alive. Like, it's like they're giving you this gift. Like there's some kind of transformative power here. And it's like this wayfinding, like it's like you're changing the inner compass. Like there's something about your inner compass that's shifting. And the biome. I've heard this thought before, but auric biomes. And it's like the universe within you, the universe, but also the ecosystem within you. Like there's something. It's like when an animal or a plant is introduced to an ecosystem, it can change the composition of the entire thing, just with this one small introduction, similar to the butterfly effect. So it's almost like this one small thought that you're introducing, or this one seemingly benign small belief, is like changing the entire ecosystem for the better, where these butterflies are like taking off all of the things that are no longer serving you, and they're doing it so quietly. Like you might find butterflies as like confirmation of this reading around. So weird. But kind of cool. I didn't think butterflies did that, but apparently if there's not enough nectar, they indeed will, right? It's all just nature. Like, it's all the cycle of life to them. But, oh, I heard this quote. So I'm hearing a quote right now by Meryl Streep. She was quoting Carrie Fisher when she said this at an award ceremony in, I'm thinking, 2015 or 2016. Take your broken heart and turn it into art. So Libra, I don't know. Is that relevant to you? To the sea. I'm seeing a pause button. I feel it more than a pause. It's like you're navigating something right now, and it might make you feel like you're on pause, like there's something that's on hold. Libra, like there's something that's on hold. What's on hold here? With love. Dearest you, did you know that when you stop fighting and accept everything exactly as it is right now, miracles start to happen? There's a freedom in this kind of radical acceptance. Let go of unrealistic expectations and see things as they really are, not how you'd like them to be. You'd be surprised at how everything seems to fall into place. I feel like that's what this is. Like, all of the things that you thought should be a specific way, it's like they're not falling apart or falling away. They're being transformed into something else entirely. When you refuse to accept things, life gets messy, you act messy, and your world stays in chaos, tension, and disarray. But don't try to force a change or manipulate circumstances. Instead, learn about what's in front of you and face it with your eyes fully open. Then you can decide to stay or go, sink or swim, move or stay still. Acceptance is the key to freedom and opens the door to real opportunities waiting to be discovered. Set yourself and others free. Loving you so much, always and forever. And that's where I feel like this energy, like there's no wind. You're just kind of here. Like you're just sort of floating. There's no wind. It's like, there's a specific name for it, navigationally and nautically speaking, where it's like there's no wind, there's no breeze, there's no anything that would normally help you to navigate and steer properly. Oh, I haven't been pulling a second one, but okay. Hey, Gemini got a totally different reading. So if you have Gemini in your chart, I highly recommend checking that reading out because it was like layer after layer after layer. And it's very interesting. So I like it when Spirit just automatically is like, nope, this is what's happening. But yeah, there's change here. I got that for a couple signs actually. But I feel like for you, Libra, the change is more so about like letting go of unrealistic expectations. And it's almost like maybe butterflies will be what you see. I'm hearing dragonflies as well, possibly. Yeah. The Butterfly Collective. To riff on a Sand Tarot reading. She did one once, and it was like talking about the Dragonfly Collective, and I was like, oh, that's so cool. And then I was like, oh, I haven't seen dragonflies in a long time. Oh, well. I saw a lot of them at once, so I feel like this is like a butterfly collective almost. That's kind of showing out for you, showing you the way out. Spirit, what messages do you have for Libra, please? Whoa. Okay, so we have 5 of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, and the 5 of Swords. Nope. These decks are lovely, but they're kind of ew. That's the cup. So this is the 5 of Cups. This is the Ace of Swords, and that's the 5 of Pentacles. I like using this deck, and I don't want to stop using it. It's just the colors, and like I've said this before, my synesthesia and dyscalculia, They always get really mixed up. So okay, so then we have embracing taking the lead. And maybe not even taking the lead. This could also be embracing being led, right? Like, it's like putting your faith in yourself and trusting yourself to make the right decisions, trusting yourself to make decisions. Absolutely. That's what you're embracing. But where you are right now is like, it's like the universe, it's almost like I'm seeing you standing there being like, well, okay, like feeling frustrated, like there's something that isn't working out, or so you think. And it's almost like I'm seeing like an angel, like it's angels playing instruments made of rainbows. Oh my God. But it's like that, like playing some kind of instrument, and it's just like it shifts your perspective and just in time to see something that you really need to see. And I feel like that is you allowing yourself to be led, embracing synchronicity. So you could be, butterflies could come up a lot. Butterflies could come up a lot for you. And you need to let them. You need to allow them to do that. 1111 was just on the time. Dreams coming true. 9 of Cups. Wow. Darkest fears. 9s. Endings of cycles with change too. Sacral chakra. Spirit, can I get one more on this? How the light gets in? Huh. That's hilarious. Okay, I just thought that how the light gets in, well, it gets in through the cracks that make you feel fearful and afraid, like you're not safe. And then this one just went and came out. So it's like, yes, this is related to the first 3 chakras for sure. I will say the first 2 at least. Just a sense of safety. And I almost get like this has some things to do with love a little bit, like relationship, connection. This could be about networking and relationships, how you see yourself relative to connections that you network in, around, and with. No? Okay. I had specific decks I was using, but for some reason this is the one that you're getting, Libra. This is yours. It's all yours. Okay. So we have the Page of Swords, the Ace of Wands, and the 2 of Cups on these energies here, where it's like, it's almost like angels are playing a tune, and it's like your heart is like listening. And that's where I feel like this sort of butterfly collective, like there's something that's going to, like a collective energy that's shifting that has everything to do with spirit and miracles that you can't see right now. You can't see it, but it's absolutely working in your favor. King of Wands. Yeah, I feel like that's how you're showing up. It's like it's sort of like this command of your creativity, of your heart center and your gut instinct, your instinct and inspiration. Lead, Hierophant, Lovers, putting your faith in love. Ooh, Devil. 5 of Cups, 5 of Wands, 3 of Swords. Wow, 4 of Cups. Oh my goodness. Okay. I feel like you're kind of like embracing, I get this almost as like embracing the lessons, the trials and tribulations of your heart. Like, it's like the disappointments, the feeling like you had to fight for something, the total letdowns, the boredom. Like, these are all of the sort of negative stages that the heart goes through when something really matters to it. And I almost feel like you're putting your faith in love in some way. Miracles, it could be, and a miracle is just a shift in perception, right? So it's like if you're shifting your perception and you're making those changes and shifts, like what you're doing is how do I word this? It's okay. You're putting your faith in people for all the right reasons. You're putting your faith in other people. I get the impression, Libra, that that's not something that's come very easily to you. I don't think that that's come very easily to you. Not easily, but it's like hard won. Like it feels like there's an effort to it. And it's almost like you're making this choice, and as soon as you do, your ego, like the ego frame, your beliefs are right there being like, but do you remember the last time that you were let down? Don't you remember what it was like when you had to fight for that thing and it just, don't you remember that pain and just the way that it left you feeling empty? But I almost feel like these are like the angels singing through. It's very biblical. Right? Because it's like, I get that this is like the angels, right? Like this is angelic energy and guidance coming through that Ace of Cups. And it's like you can hear it, but you can't see it. And it's almost like this is like requiring some element of faith on your part. Very interesting. Spirit, can you clarify for me why we're releasing this dreams coming true? 3 of Wands, 8 of Wands. Non-attachment. That's what it is. Sorry, 2 of Wands. No, 3 of Wands. Oh, this is a little one. He's a wee one in the corner. This is releasing attachment. Releasing attachment to the outcome. Because the outcome is coming, but it's like if you are looking for the biggest wave out there, you will miss all of the smaller ones that you can ride. And I'm not talking, that sounds interesting. I'm not talking about it in terms of people, but I'm talking about it in terms of opportunities, perhaps, or like thinking that like the wave that you want to catch is the one that you may not. That may not be. I don't know. It's almost like there's this, that something is coming in. Like this is a ship's coming in card. It's a ship's coming in. But it's also like looking at each wave. I think it's about knowing that you're going to catch the right wave for you. And it's like releasing, if you knew all of your dreams are coming true, you wouldn't need to push, you wouldn't need to like get behind the car and push it further because it's not going to make it go faster. It's going to exhaust you. No pun intended. I just realized what I said. Oh no. Anyway. Oh, that's horrible. It's going to, I can't even say it's going to tire you because, oh, okay. But it's going to take a lot of energy from you, and it's going to leave you depleted. It really is going to leave you depleted. So we have this 3 of Wands, we have the 8 of Wands. Whoa, we have all of the cards, evidently. We have the King of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, the 8 of Swords, and the 3 of Pentacles. I'm hearing, let your friends help you. Yep. That is a good call. So that's, yeah. We have the King of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, the 8 of Swords, and the 3 of Pentacles. You really do have to let your friends help you, but I almost feel like you know what you want. And even if there's like this slow approach, like it's like you don't need to have all the answers in order to know that something is going to work out just fine. Right? Like there's like the King of Pentacles knowing that something's going to work out. And then there's like the 3 of Pentacles where it's like you have to be actively involved in the building of the thing and the doing of the thing. But then there's this King of Pentacles knowing that's like, I've done this before, right? Reflecting on the journey. So it's like there's something that you've already done here and like allowing it to just take its time. Divine timing, Libra, divine timing. So we have the 9 of Swords, we have we have the 9 of Swords, sacral energy, and the root energy as well. It's almost like this sort of stable foundation, but I think it's built on clarity. Like this King of Swords energy here is about you being very clear on what you want, and that provides you with the stable foundation that you might have been worried was going to come from somewhere else. King of Cups. Yeah. Very emotionally in tune. And I think it's important to stay that way. Like this is like head and heart working together. It's like 2 very different energies, but head and heart working together. Right? Ten of Pentacles, yeah. Ten of Cups. Whoa. Nine of Cups. And the World. I feel like there's a lot. So if this is a relationship, I feel like there's like some uncertainty, like you're not sure how it's going to happen, but you need to put more faith in love, and you need to be led by synchronicities and divine timing. Even if it's not a relationship, I'm really getting that that's what this is saying here. I was going to call you Gemini, Libra. I get that it's like divine timing is at work here. I think Gemini got something similar. But it's like if divine timing is at work, things need to just unfold as they will. They need to just work out as they will, right? And I almost get this releasing of attachment to these dreams coming true is because they might be better than what you can imagine. What if that's true, Libra? They're better than you can imagine. And you're thinking really small, not because it's like your perspective is not small, your energy is not small, you are not. It's about the fact that that's what you're allowing yourself to let in. But Spirit is saying, if you detach from the outcome, it can be so much better, even if it's the person that you think of, even if it's like the person that you're dating, even if it's a particular project or client or contract. It can be so much better because the way that it arrives can take your breath away, right? That leaves spirit, that leaves room for spirit to let it in. That leaves room for spirit to allow it to flow. That leaves room for spirit to do something with the energy, right? Like, you know, I think that you need to harmonize your head and your heart a little bit more. Um, just because I think there's some fears that you're feeling. And the reason why I say this is like head and heart, this strikes me as aspects of that, right? Like logic informing a sense of safety and logic informing that instead of allowing your heart to inform that because you don't need, like, it's, it's just different when you're connected to the heart space. And then the sacral chakra is like when it's connected to your heart, it's not about like fun pleasure. It's about something more grounded in long-term commitment. It's about enjoyment. It's about sensuality. And like sensuality that isn't necessarily informed by sexuality. They do often go together, but this is like two separate energies. So it's like your sexuality and your sensuality, but as separate entities. So you can take them both in independently. Like it's like your head and your heart have kind of been almost constructing different stories out of this worry. And again, I think that you are moving into a state where you're harmonizing these things together because they're showing up together. So, there is that. There is that. But I think we have the 10 of Pentacles, then we have the 10 of Cups, and then we have the 9 of Cups and the World. So I feel like there's like partnership written all over this. You could land a very big contract if you're a business owner, or if you have a particular, if get contracts for work, like that's, you could land a particularly big one, and one that has like a lot of long-term benefits for you. It wouldn't surprise me if there's some kind of partnership that meets you on the path, that you find someone because you were somewhere at the right time and it surprised you, like the way that all of that came together. And then this 9 of Cups as well is like, yeah, I feel like this 9 of Cups is you shining. This is like, to me, that ultimate joy. It's in the 9 of Cups here too. So it's like dreams coming true because you allowed your, you allowed the harmony to come to your head and your heart. If you feel the need for one to be louder than the other, it will cause this tension and this lack of alignment. It will throw things out of alignment. Because it's like you're putting effort where flow needs to be. You're putting energy where flow needs to exist. And the World is showing up here because it's like, I think it's like this is you. It's almost like the end of a rom-com where someone is like, and that's the story of how I never doubted the universe again. Like that kind of thing, like that kind of, it sounds so cheesy, but I really feel like that's something that's headed your way. Like that idea where you're like, oh, well, I'm certainly not doubting that again. Um, Let me clarify the last part of this reading here, Libra. Yeah, it's like wayfinding. I feel like synchronicities are gonna be really important for you right now, Libra. Big time. Like butterfly collective. I don't know what the heck that means, but the power. So volcanoes. That's a whole lot of passion. A lot of nines. 9 of Swords, 9 of Cups, 9 representative of this here, this Volcanoes card. And then we also have the 9 of Cups down here. $19, another 9, growth. So it's almost like the things that grow from your deepest passion. And like I think about a slow lava flow, like this slow but intense passion. I feel like there's a lot that's going to change for you, Libra. It's like this slow but intense passion that's like making an entire universe. And I feel like you can't imagine it right now. You can't imagine it because it's probably going to be better than you expected. Like I almost get this is like, it's like making an entire world from your passion. I mean, like if that's a passion with someone, that's exciting for you. Specifically because there's an Ace of Wands here too. Yeah. I don't think you need to be invested in your future because I think your future is also invested in you. Like I don't think you can do a whole lot to stop this from happening. I'm hearing like it's already underway. It's already underway. Spirit, what messages do you have for my Librans, please, for this timeless reading, this timeless creative energy? And what creative energy? Oh my goodness. Volcanoes and growth. You needn't worry. Don't be misled. I think this is like, don't let your mind play tricks on you right now, Libra. Don't let your mind play tricks on you. This 9 of Swords, it's like, I feel like it's trying to, or it might. Like, you may have thoughts that kind of creep in where you're like, ooh, oh, Sometimes it's intuition, and then other times it's like overthinking a situation to try and see all angles, right? Like it's like trying to see all of that. You will be surprised. Yeah, let yourself be surprised. Let yourself be surprised. Okay, and with love. Dearest you, do you know how much we love you and want to help you? We are here for you and we hear you ask for guidance, but you must let go and let us help you. Oh my goodness, Libra. You don't have to do it all. You've done your part. Now let us do ours. You would be awestruck if you knew how many strings were pulled through the matrix to give you what you need and desire. Spirit has a plan, and when you sign up to be a co-creator, you need to remember to allow the partnership. It's not one-sided. Your desires and plans meet up with those of Spirit. Remember, though, Spirit's timetable and the ideas of how things will play out may be quite different from yours. Trust us. Spirit's ideas are amazing. Now let go and let us do the magic. Pay attention to other areas of your life, and before you know it, a miracle will have taken place. We love you so much. Spirit's like, I said what I said. So Libra, that is your reading. If this resonated, give it a like. I'm so excited to see what this brings for you, what's in store for you. There's so much good here. Let go, let flow, allow. Distract yourself, right? Don't dissociate or numb. Do something else so that your energy isn't like focus so hard on the thing. Like, just allow your energy to breathe a little, right? Yeah. That is your reading. So if this resonated, please give it a like and subscribe. I'd love to have you on the channel if you're not already. If you are joining me from that subscriber base, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you, and I'm grateful that you're here. So there are other ways you can connect with me on the channel, but if this is where we part, Libra, I hope that wherever this finds you on the time-space continuum, morning, afternoon, or night, it finds you very, very well, my friends. Take care.